Long before European ships arrived on African shores, powerful inland cities were already thriving, building kingdoms, creating masterpieces, and trading across regions. Two of the most extraordinary, Ife and Benin City, epicenters of trade, bronze casting, and cultural brilliance in pre-colonial Nigeria. In today's video, we're going to be talking about who were they, where are they located, the mastery of bronze and ivory, their influence on trade, their legacy, and why does this story matter? Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If today is the first time you're tuning in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I know it's the cliche, but it would really go a long way. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and always subscribe so you can get notifications on our next video. It's good having you here, and I deeply appreciate you being here. Let's go. The first question is, who were they? Ife, the Yoruba homeland, which existed between 11th to 15th century. It was believed by the Yoruba to be a spiritual origin of humanity, the spot where the gods first created earth, a sacred city with a centralized monarch ruled by the owner of Ife. Known for philosophical depth, religious leadership, and its connection to the Orisha worship, produced nationalistic bronze and terracotta heads unlike any in Africa at the time. Many dated to the 12th to 14th century. Benin City, which existed between 13th and 19th century, which is called the Edo Empire, capital of the Kingdom of Benin, known for its centralized government and military powers, ruled by the Oba of Benin, who commanded trade, art production, and diplomacy. Benin City was planned with geometric precision, wild boulevard, and neighborhoods for artists, warriors, and merchants. The second question is, how did inland cities thrive without the ocean? They thrived with strategic river routes. Ife and Benin sat near Osun and Benin rivers, which flowed south to the Atlantic. Traders would transport goods in canoes to coastal hubs like Lagos, Badagry, and Calabar, facilitating access to both local and foreign trade. The regional trade network. Goods from Ife and Benin reached Hausa land in the north, even Mali and Somha Empire via land caravans. They traded bronze work, ivory, pepper, woven cloths, kola nuts, and palm oil long before European contact. What did they trade? Ife traded terracotta and bronze artifacts, religious items, palm oil and beads, agricultural produce, while Benin traded bronze, flags, and ivory carving, coral beads from sea trade, pepper, clothes, palm oil, enslaved individuals, especially during 17th and 19th century. The foreign items they received were cowries used as currency, clothes, mirrors, gunpowder, firearms, leather, Portuguese goods including alcohol and weaponry. The first question is the cultural and artistic superpower. Ife arts, famous for bronze heads, terracotta sculptures, and stone carvings, used the lost wax casting method. Some heads were so detailed, Europeans claimed Africans couldn't possibly have made them. The Benin arts. The Benin arts, however, home to famous Benin bronzes, over 1,000 bronze, plaque, busts, and sculptures that adorned the royal palace, functioned as historical records, propaganda, and spiritual items created by professional guards of arts under royal commission. The next one is their influence on trade. Benin and Ife goods traveled far northward to the Trans-Sahara routes, west and east via land routes, south to the coastal traders who eventually connected them to Europeans. By the time the Portuguese arrived in the 15th century, they were not discovering a people but encountering a sophisticated civilization with centuries of trade behind it. The fifth question, legacy. Many Benin bronzes were looted during British invasion in 1897 and are still displayed in European museums. Today, both Ife and Benin are celebrated for their cultural resilience, artistry, and historical depth. The push for reparation of looted arts is bringing renewed attention to their significance. Diplomacy and foreign contacts. Benin welcomed Portuguese explorers in the 15th century. They gifted diplomacy and foreign contacts. Benin welcomed diplomacy and foreign contacts. Benin welcomed Portuguese explorers in the 15th century. They exchanged gifts, ambassadors, and trade. The Oba maintained correspondence with Benin monarchs, and Benin arts depicted Portuguese soldiers in bronze. Ife had fewer foreign accounts, but archaeological evidence shows external contacts via trade beats, cowries, and other things. Why does this story matter? This story matters because Ife remains a spiritual center to Yoruba people. Benin royal family still exists and leads cultural efforts to reclaim stolen arts. Both cities are reminded that Africa had cities, kings, engineers, diplomats, and artists long before colonization. It shatters the colonial myth of Africa as unorganized before European arrival. It restores dignity to African civilization that were connected, powerful, and globally relevant. These cities weren't lost, they were ignored, and now it's time to tell their story. From city walls to riverside trade routes, from bronzes to diplomacy, Benin and Ife proved that African greatness didn't begin with Europe. It's time to celebrate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you, and see you next time.